What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we are doing a rebuild, a realistic one, kind of a special rebuild of the Miami Dolphins, the Josh Rosen Miami Dolphins. And speaking of special, may or may not have something special planned right before Madden 20. So if you like special things, aka me sometimes, maybe like the video and subscribe. Hey, that's it. No more sellouts. That's it until the end of the video. Isaiah Prince will start. Dieter will start. These are really low overalls. This might be that franchise, guys, rosters. I altered a few of the guys' overalls. You know, Rosen was kind of low. I think for a guy that played on an injured, talentless roster, I think he got a little bit of an unfair shake. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of things we need to do to fix this team. Linebacker, even though it's low overall, is probably the strong point. And I know Dolphins fans, you're probably thinking this is unfair. A lot of the overalls are very low. Like the Packers, I think, are maybe like 78 or something, which is, I mean, that's, I don't know. I can't really, I don't know. There's some of the best teams are like an 84, 85. So even though this team's 68 overall, it's not that bad in accordance to, you know, the rest. So, of course, hoping Josh Rosen can make something happen. Balaj, I would like to start, but Kenyon Drake is the guy. Technically, receiver will be something we chase. How old is Jakeem Grant, by the way? He's a super fast guy. So, I mean, a super fast guy should probably start, but he's not very good now, is he? Offensive, I mean, there's so many needs. This will be at least 5 seasons, probably. At this point, obviously we want a good draft pick, but at the same time, it'd be kind of nice for Josh Rosen to get, because technically he's a rookie in this, it'd be nice for him to do really well early, but I know that's probably a miracle play. So, Eric Rowe is on the list here. I mean, this is, I feel like a guy like Eric Rowe, he's going to be cheap regardless. So, unless he has like an amazing season, it's probably best to wait. There are some really bad overall players here. These are, I mean, I'm not going to defend anyone on this list. Tank Carradine's 29. I remember when he was like a speedy little freak in Madden, and now he's just old. You know, he's not a freak, he's not speedy, he's just old. I normally don't go for the expert scouting right away, but with the bind we're in here with so many needs, I think it's almost a must-do situation. You know, guys, 71 overall. What was our record? Yikes, that's like one of the worst records I've ever seen. Guys like Rashad Jones, I can't even blame them for paying him so much because it's just like, who do you pay? You know, Sue's not on the team. Did they replace? Where did Jeromepkr go? Where did he go? I'm trying to think where McCoy went. Let's take a look at the stats. See what they were. Wait, what? Oh, did we leave it too long? I thought Thomas Davis was the league MVP. I was about to say, I don't know. Who cares? Oh yeah, the Panthers, huh? The Panthers. Josh Rosen, 3,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 10 picks. Very bad. Kenyon Drake, quick development. I don't know how, unless he started with Star, which I highly doubt he would. Albert Wilson, honestly, on this team, that should be a development up. And it was. That is very disappointing. Quick development for Devontae. I'm a little surprised by that. All right, so offensive line really wasn't even that bad considering how bad it was, if that makes any sort of sense. And I know it doesn't. Don't you worry. I know it doesn't. Sack totals about as expected. You know, expected probably worse. May have to change the schemes. I don't know how that's really going to affect anything. We're just a bad team at this point. Don't worry, Dolphins fans. We'll turn this thing around. How you guys win more than 5 games a year, I'll never know. But hey, power to you, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. You need to start losing. You need a better draft pick. Let's just be honest. The Niners and the Bills, the updated rosters are just so random. It almost never makes sense. So, defensively, we have Fitzpatrick and Howard, who are going to be the starting quarterbacks for probably the whole entire thing here. And then Rowe probably makes sense as our number 3. Bobby McCain, he's 89 speed, you know, average man in zone. Eric Rowe, who is now 26, average man in zone, you know, similar to McCain. Tankersley, I mean, they're all pretty similar, so I think, honestly, we're just going to let him go. Do we get, you know, we free him up? I think, honestly, we just don't need him. I think we already have corner. We really just need to move up the guys we have and then just, you know, sign some backups, really. Tyrone Holmes. I'll let the AI deal with this. Usually the AI signs some backups for us already. So we have 68 mil. Basically, any big name we're going to try to target. Kareem Hunt. I mean, he's a big name. He's nice and all, but I don't think that's someone we should really go for. There's some really low overall guys. Tyler Davison. DT is not a great position for us, but if we're really looking at things we need, DT probably isn't that position. Aaron Lynch, is he worth signing as an outside rusher? Probably not. He's pretty average. Kareem Hunt, 24 years old. He's pretty good. Is he worth going for? I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a chance to usually go for him. We'll give him an offer, I suppose. Kenyon Drake and company. None of them, none of the guys are really players that we're committed to. I mean, the Dolphins don't really seem committed to their running backs either. I think Kenyon Drake's kind of been the number one now, but at the same time, you could easily see, if one guy, if the backup starts doing really well, he could be replaced, He's not a solidified starter yet. But yeah, this is a pretty rough free agency class for our needs. I mean, the Redskins are willing to pay Justin Britt that much money. I mean, it would appear it's going to be something around $10 million a year, which is quite a lot for a guy that's, 70-some overall. There is a serious lacking of talent in the free agency. We actually did get Kareem Hunt, which is a little interesting. We forgot to turn the stupid scouting on, though. So if it wasn't already obvious, we like to go for best available. But best available at this point is also just a need. I mean, in general, we need anybody. So best available works because, the Packers want him back. Ramon Foster actually wants a ton of money. Even there, I'm giving him a $4 million deal to be that bad of a player. We should have the number one pick, right? The second overall pick, all right. I mean, either way, it's going to work out pretty well. Oscar Castillo. I don't think it's Castillo. Usually it's Castillo. If it's Castillo, just don't, please, just let me live in the comment section. What we decide to take is really going to depend on not only what slips, but if we can get some trade ups and or downs. We don't necessarily need a safety, but holy crap, the potentials on that guy are insane. We did get Ramon Foster. I don't even know where he fits on this line, but we need pretty much anyone we can get, like we mentioned. Another problem is there is very, very little amounts of pass rushers, so really we're desperate into the DT position, but the speed rushers aren't looking very promising at all. It's probably one of the fastest coverage linebackers I've seen in the 4th round. I honestly have no idea what we're going to draft. So we're actually going to trade with the Lions here. We're going to get a high second, a high first, and then pick 15 projected next year. It's a very fair trade for both teams. Moving all the way up to number 2, especially for a talented guy like him, is worth it. If Nick somehow falls to 6, I have a hard time passing. I have a hard time passing on Nick here, man. We need a pass rusher, but I do have a linebacker later. Might not be as good, but on paper, this guy looks pretty damn good himself. Like, if Nick Lane has quick development, I'm going to be very, very mad. You know what, screw it. Instead of even trading down, the value is not there. I think we're just going to reach for this linebacker. I don't even know if it's really a reach, but LaMarcus Tanner, please be a god. Quick development trait, 81 overall, 6, supposed to go 6. Amazing coverage, one of the best starting coverage rookies I've seen. He instantly becomes our best linebacker. So we trade a second this, a second X, and Balaj to the Eagles, who desperately need a running back as well. I think it's a pretty fair trade, but pick 15. The question is, who do we actually want here? I've been thinking about that safety big. This Simon guy, if he doesn't have great development trait, his potentials are not great. I think this Josh Rich guy is going to be great. Quick development, 79 overall. It says we reach, but amazing coverage stats. That's pretty damn locked down out the gate. Left tackle, CJ Hudson. Looks pretty good to me. And, normal development sucks, but 77 overall makes him one of our best linemen out the gate. So I'll take that, definitely. So Brian Brandt looks decent. We'll see how he is. 73 overall, normal. Maybe a spot to start. Can't guarantee it. This Christian guy's not bad either, but he's a little bit older. This guy seems a little bit more solid. 74 overall, normal. Lots of potential. This guy, definitely one of our better outside guys, next to Charles Harris. We're going to go with Christian as well. We're desperate for pass rush. 75 overall. A lot better, but older. This is going to be an interesting one. I think we're going to go based off of, I don't know. I guess we're going to go based off of how much XP is needed and then fully compare the two. So we took some 6th-round picks for our remaining 2 draft picks. quick glance at what we took. You know, a couple of decent guys, 81, 79, 77, and obviously started to go downhill a little bit as the draft continued on. Really, we're coming down to, you know, development traits. Who was the guys that we really missed? Christensen obviously didn't need a quarterback that badly. Castillo. Oh, I did not know he was 6'4". I thought he was a short guy. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. That's a very good wide receiver. If I would have like really paid attention to wide receiver, I would have probably taken him. Pope we knew was insanely fast. Another guy that's worth it. I mean, I'm surprised the Cardinals went with him. You know, already have a couple fast guys, but hey, it is what it is. Here's the guy, please. Okay, now he's a great player still. Still a great player. But the development trait makes him, you know, just another guy. Honestly, like, it's so hard to develop guys regardless. Tight end, I mean, it's a little rough. It kind of reminds me of CJ Fedorowicz, ironically. And holy crap, look at the speed on Stanton. 97 speed, 98 excel, 97 agility. What a freak. The traits are amazing. Here's Shepard. A lot of missing development traits. This guy's easily the best lineman we've seen, but I'm not a fan. Tank Royster, finally a good development trait. I'm pretty sure every single guy before that guy was normal or quick. What the hell is going on? Here's Simon. I did think he had, you know, good development written all over him. That Cowboys secondary gets even better. Dane Daughtry or Doughty? I hate your name, dude. I hate it. Very, very good safety. Henry Goodwin, star development, 24 though, so 3 years less to play. Parrish Stevens, they had back-to-back picks. That guy's very slow. Very slow. I think we did a good job. You know, I think we made a good decision. Kareem Hunt is now a starting, you know, running back. Winters actually makes into the starting roster like right away, basically. Brant will probably play center. Wait, what do we have? You know, we have Foster. Brant or Prince will start at center. Really comes down to who's better. All right, so this is going to be the starting roster for Season 2. Offensive line makes a little bit of a step up. You know, the tackle position definitely solidified more. The guard position a little bit better. Center's position pretty much the same. Receiving core is absolutely horrendous. Quarterback position, Rosen seems a little more comfortable. We have a much better running back. Tight end really hasn't made improvements. Linebacking core, very, very good. One of the best young linebacking cores in the league. Cornerback core, you know, same thing. Very young, very good. Goodson, very, you know, a lot easier to upgrade. And overall, I think he's better. I think it's close, but I think he's probably a better bet long-term. So I think he'll be the starter. Hopefully we're right. And yeah, I mean, this should be a big turnaround at the end of the season. I don't know if the actual results from this season is going to really change too much, though. I think we're still going to be probably at max 5 to 6 wins. All right, so looking at the re-signings, we have a punter who I obviously very much enjoy to have on my teams across the board. He's just a very strong guy, and I like it. Going to give him a long-term deal. Kenyon Drake might get the contract. Nah, you know what? We're going to... 5 years. We'll see. Laramie Tunsil, of course, he'll get the deal. He's a starting tackle for a long time for us now. Will be anyways. Devontae Parker, another guy. He's our number 1 wide receiver. Like him, hate him, call it what you want. He's our starting receiver. That's all I can really tell you. Chase Allen, kind of young, but might get the contract. Probably will, actually. Jakeem Grant, we'll give him a 2-year right now. You know, we're not going to be able to hold on to all this money anyways. Kenyon Drake, though, as much as I want to keep him, and I feel like that's the realistic move, we all know in Madden there's going to be better running backs, and if you're going to pay all of them around the same money, why would you pay him? So that's, in the long run, technically the more realistic move anyways. Jump into the playoffs, and let me do a little spoiler here for you. We're actually doing quite a bit better than I expected us to do. And yeah, 9-7. That is not what I wanted. Daniel Jones, like I said, in our last rebuild, take a look at it. The Giants' Daniel Jones, he did very well. Yeah, 3 losses out of the last 5. I mean, it was still a really good season. 9-7 is great. We probably barely missed the playoffs. Not super happy because I feel like we're still very far off. I mean, not a great season from Josh. Kareem Hunt was actually very good. Did he go down? Nice, state development. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could have probably gotten a better draft pick if we would have just lost out. And I don't know why we wouldn't have. We're still very far off. We came close, though. I guess we kind of pulled the real life. Goodson, not a bad season. 7.5 sacks is pretty damn solid for... Oh, Jason Sanders, nice season for a guy that's just coming into the league here. You know, he's doing better than Charles Harris, that's for sure. Still lacking. Rosen, he's an 86 now. You know, things are looking better for Rosen. We just need better receiving threats. Maybe there'll be somebody in free agency. You know, linebacking core is great. Cornerback core is great. Apparently, Rich at number 3 was very good. So, I think he probably will play number 2 next season. Defensive line's getting a little bit better, but the age is starting to creep up. Safeties are probably the bigger focus now on the defense. Chargers, Niners is probably going to be a Chargers win. And it is so. Kenyon Drake wants that 5-year deal. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry, especially since he wants more now after losing development as well. Walt Aikens, is he a special teamer or something? Chase Allen. We'll give Chase Allen a contract. I think it's pretty realistic. He's kind of young, decent. Everyone else, though, if we're going to go for a backup running back, I think we could easily get that done through either the draft in the second or later rounds, or just get a better guy to play backup here. Derrick Henry is that guy. I mean, he's literally a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, a little bit more, but do we actually want to pay him? Well, we'll take a look at all the running backs before we do anything. A little disappointed with this free agency class. I can't lie. Hell, we could even get Kenyon Drake for even cheaper. Little disappointed. Just saying. Von Bell. I'm not a huge fan of Von Bell. However, with our aging safety position, we have 2 guys that could be replaced rather soon. So I think it's worth giving him a go. And then, he takes one of their positions sooner or later. Keep forgetting to do the damn scouting, but we do get Eckler and Von Bell. We paid 10 to 12 mil less for Eckler, who is also younger and is a better number 2, I think. So we have picks 20 and 23. There is a very good safety, Darqueze Henry, or Darquez, as I would call him, but whatever. Looks pretty damn good. He's 21, super fast, super beast. Is he going to be there? I don't know. We got another safety, decent. They have another safety, decent, a little bit slower. And then you have a really late safety, decent. So is it worth going for this guy high? Probably still, right? Like he's still pretty damn good. Very good in coverage. You do have a lineman. Roy Heath is probably a little bit better. Pick 20 is a little bit late, though. We might have to move up to like 15 and 16 if we can. We trade a pick 20 Gaskin and a 4th round for pick 14. A little iffy on the trade up, but We trade pick 23, pick 84 this year, and Brant for pick 15 from the Buccaneers, which I think is a little bit more fair. Who's going to go number 1? Ooh. Surely someone will be there at 14 for us, so I'm not too worried about it. That's not what I was hoping would happen. Here's Vance. He's an early first. He actually looks very good still. Vance would probably have the better chance at good development, so we're going to go with Vance. 82 overall, not great development, but a very good lineman. Very good indeed. 82 overall is not bad at all. We have another pick here, which I think we have already set, right? Will Monk. I think he's worth it. Let's go Will Monk. Quick development as expected. Pretty decently fast. I mean, this is a new weapon that he definitely, Josh Rosen definitely could use. Vincent Taylor and a 5th round pick for the Cardinals' 3rd. I feel like that was a little bit of a theft, so we're going to go 6, 7, and a next year 4th. I think that'll be a little bit more fair. So a 5th round, a 6th round, and Kenny Stills for a 3rd round. Once again, not really feeling the value there. So we're going to give up Bobby McCain and TJ McDonald for a 7th round pick, which I think it all ties together somewhat fairly. Maybe pushing the boundaries a little bit. Who are we even going for at pick 9? Is it I know there's a safety at the 2nd pick. Is it a lineman again? We actually have an option at a lot of players here. So left tackle's still there. I forgot we actually traded up pretty damn high. I'm just going to go with Kale. This is the guy we were intending to grab. Normal development, 77 overall, rather slow. 4-5 is really deceptive in Madden. Where's the safety? Hopefully he's good. 73 overall, normal. I mean, that could have went so much better than it did, and it just didn't. So Vance, who was a great player. Monk, who was an okay player. Kell was really not great. McClain, he's going to start, but not really great. And then Trailer, pretty good value for a 4th rounder. Who did we pass up? Was there anybody? I'm trying to think. So safety, Massey, star development, 24. Great development, though, even though he's older. The free safety, we got robbed 1 pick before us, so please be terrible. Quick development, I mean, I would have liked him, but I mean, it's not like we really lost much. Here's Alden, very slow. Decent, but super slow speed. That's ridiculously bad. Do you blame us for not going for him? Like, I mean, what do you want from me? Here's Winters, another guy we were going to debatably go with. Potentially the best out of all of them. Here's Roy Heath. Quick development, very good lineman. Probably better, maybe better than our guy. I think our guy might have been faster, but maybe going with both of them would have been the better choice instead of going wide receiver. But we did get younger. We got more explosive on offense, so I mean, we're getting better. It's just taking a very long time. All right, partners, here's some real names we have to worry about. Roquan McMillan. He's always a the cap room. I think we do have to pay Rosen soonish. But yeah, we have a lot of cap room. That's kind of what happens when you don't have a lot of talent. We're building that talent up, though. Xavier Howard, he'll get the contract. Whether he's a super talented corner or not, I value interceptions. So, you know, ignore the haters. Keep doing you. Even though with that kind of talking, that kind of makes me a hater, doesn't it? I don't know. Makes me a non-believer, I suppose. Charles Harris, he's getting better. He's definitely getting better. He's worth a 5-year deal for sure. I can see why we have so much cap space, even though these guys are kind of young and not super developed. Okay, there's some decent players here. I mean, I'll take it. There's some decent guys. I don't know how they have developments of good, but yet they're so bad of upgrading. But, I mean, honestly, I don't know how good he's going to be, but a 7-year deal, I maybe jumped the gun. His development trait's probably going to suck. Are these guys making Pro Bowl? Like, how is this working? Like, it has to be a recent thing, because if they're bad overall, like, I have the XP on 300%. I mean, I'm going to give these guys some deals. I think these are unrealistic deals, but at the end of the day, I'm a Madden sleaze, so stop bothering me. Preston Williams, didn't know this guy had quick dev. Honestly, don't even know who the hell he is, so sorry. Fullback, quick development trait, definitely, I guess we'll pay him. We'll give him a 3-year deal. Fullback, super underdeveloped, or underappreciated, I suppose. Albert Wilson, I don't know how he still has quick development traits. What else do we have? Tankersley's normal. Preston's with quick. Quick for whoever the hell this is. Kilgore's still on the team. Interesting, even has a captain badge as the long snapper at this point. We got some good development trait linemen, though. We're probably giving them contracts at the worst time because they're going to drop. Actually, linemen don't drop development. So, yeah, if you make the Pro Bowl and you go up in development. Hello. 10-3. Hell yeah. Now, there's one thing I hate more than anything in this world. It's ghosts. Not ghosts. What was I thinking? The subs. Sub DNs and wide receivers. The fact that they don't automatically sub you their, the best player, it triggers me. Roquan McMillan, he was the sub end. Ooh, we actually got a bye week. 11-5, not great. I mean, it's great. I mean, let's be honest. We're the Dolphins at 11-5. I'll take it. But a bye week at 11-5 isn't super common, I suppose. Kareem Hunt, what's his development? Quick development, it makes sense. Rosen, what's his development? He's got to be like normal or something. Quick development, fair enough. Receiving, yeah, not a good receiving season. Albert Wilson absolutely robbed Will Monk. We're probably going to have to change the scheme. I know we did okay, but the scheme's not working out. It's just not working out. Sack totals, Goodson was okay. Like, let's be honest, Christian Wilkins, who was star development, is probably quick development, right? Really? How did he not go down in development? I'm a little shocked by that, actually. Okay, fair enough. What about, like, Roquan? He was... Where is he? He was quick before. Now he's probably normal, right? No? I don't know. I guess development traits on our side in this rebuild, I suppose. I don't really see... Ooh, Tanner. Super? Star? I mean, I'll take that. That's good. I thought maybe you would have had Star from last year. Ooh, Jason Sanders. But yeah, I mean, I'll take any offensive lineman that makes it. I think, if anything, it's probably just the game playing favorites. It wouldn't shock me. Vance had a really good season. Prince and Dieter, who are apparently star developments, they don't upgrade. That's just the way it is. I don't know. I don't really care. Whatever. They normal star. Maybe it's a glitch. Like, the fact that the guys with quick development are they're upgrading quicker than the guys with star. when we're all on, it's 300% across the board, tells me A, they're not hitting their goals, and some others are, or B, it might be glitched. It might actually be glitched, and it's actually not star. I don't know how that would work, but I don't know. I don't really care. It is what it is. I do not care. I'm just glad that we have linemen that are okay. We got some, the right side of the line is looking pretty damn good. All right, so here we are in the divisional round going against the Chargers. We are an 85 overall, which is pretty impressive, I'll say. Prince, he's upgraded 5 times. I don't know if he started with Star Dev. I don't really pay attention to the development traits of the starting class too often. But he went from 68 to 73 in 3 years. That's horrendous on 300%. Same with Dieter, 73 to 77, I believe. Horrendous. These guys with quick development are doing better. Tunsil even, kind of on par with them a little bit, and he's, I don't know, whatever. Parker, he's been quick to, development pretty much this entire rebuild. He might even be worse now. Yeah, normal development. He's been absolutely crap for us. Usually I get him to almost a 90, so I'm a little shy there. Tannehill, what the hell are you doing here, man? He's only making 6 mil, so you lucky time this. What? So the cornerback's looking good. The defense is definitely better than the offense. I don't think this team's good enough to win a playoff game. We'll see. All right, so the Chargers are an 87 overall. We obviously, you may know, are an 85. So we're a little understaffed in this matchup. Who the hell was their quarterback? It wasn't Felipe. It was someone else. I don't know who it was. Starting off left to right is the Chargers. We, Ands are back with a touchdown. Defense holding up nicely. We have a chance. We up 2 scores here. Up 3. I don't know what's going on here. I may have to show you guys we didn't cheat. Once again, I think. Okay, maybe I don't need to. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I did. Nope, definitely don't. Definitely don't need to show you guys we cheated. Did we win? I think we won by 6, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, we won by 6. All right. Hudson Riley was terrible. Rosen wasn't much better, but he was better. Kareem Hunt, terrible. Robert Foster, that was, I don't even know. Is that an AI? That can't be an AI. It's got to be a real person. Yeah, it's a real person. They seem to do better, though, looking first glance. I'm not sure. Josh Rich, nice stuff. Fisher McLean, decent pick. I'll take it. I'll take what we can get. Not bad. So there's a good chance this is going to be the Browns, right? Like, let's be honest. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen, right? 85 to their 89. There's a chance. Very low, but a potential chance. Yeah, we are definitely not ready. We're getting smoked here. Huge rushing touchdown. We can't finish it off with an extra point, apparently. This offense is really struggling, man. Rosen and company just absolutely getting locked up in this one. I don't feel like I need to show you guys we didn't, didn't cheat, because 37-9 is quite the game. Quite the loss to take. Rosen, these guys just aren't even, both quarterbacks look terrible. Kareem Hunt was actually pretty good. Actually, no, he wasn't, because he had a huge run. Yeah, he had a 70-yard run and still only finished with 114 yards. That's not very impressive. We really need a big-time wide receiver. I'm really hoping somebody's Myles Garrett with 5.5 sacks. Holy crap. Really hoping to see a good wide receiver in free agency. Once again, we're going to have a lot of cap space even after re-signing a lot of our guys. But hey, we made it pretty far. Our draft pick's going to suck, but that's fine. So here is the Pro Bowl roster. We are on the AFC side. No QB, no running back, no fullback. Wide receiver, none. Tight ends, none. Left tackle, King. That's not our guy, is it? No. Vance is our right guard. I'll take that. Hudson's our right tackle. I'm telling you, some of our guys have been making the Pro Bowl. At least on the offensive line. Everywhere else, probably not so much. Cornerback, no. Von Bell, surprisingly, the number 1 safety. Get Ryan Tannehill, no thank you. Albert Wilson, you're off your, you're out of your prime. Tankersley, I'll give him a 1-year deal. Once again, this is a realistic rebuild, so of course I have to sign the guys that I think deserve contracts. Tankersley definitely deserves one as a free safety at minimum. Preston Williams, we could use depth at wide receiver, but I think we can find a better one, especially when someone on our current starting list may be moved down if we find a good starter in free agency. We're desperate for a starting wide receiver, $70 million to work with. And we may find one of those wide receivers in Mike Williams. Jordan Lewis is on the list here, but he's asking for a lot of money. Christian McCaffrey, not really a whole lot of money. We might be able to lowball him. I think he'd be worth given to go to. But yeah, Mike Williams is definitely going to be getting a contract from us. Normal development trade isn't great, but I don't really care at this point. We need a starting wide receiver. The question is, how much am I going to have to pay him? I mean, I might as well just pay him like as much as we need to guarantee it. We don't really need a lineman, but I might actually give a deal here to Jason Kelce. You know, we almost made the Super Bowl. I know we got smoked, but, you know, with a lineman like he's actually got good development. A guy like Jason Kelce, we actually could get that final push we're looking for to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to give Trent Williams a deal. I'm going to lowball him super hard, though. I doubt he would sign, but you never know. So looking at contract offers, Jason Kelce did accept. A little shocked by that. Mike Williams, not super shocked, but relieved. And then Juan Thornhill, not a surprise at all. He was getting lowballed hard, and we actually just pretty much offered exactly what he wanted. This team takes a pretty big step forward with those moves. Laramie Tunsil, I know we did re-sign. Contract could become a problem, like age-wise. I don't think we're going to worry about tight end. Gesicki he's young, even though he really hasn't done well. Of course, Monk's decent. I think Kell is a better number 2. Monk at number 3. I think our receiving core should be good for the rest of this thing. Quarterback is fine, even though he's really not played well. Once again, defensively, we could maybe look for a free safety. DT/D-line is the main focus, though. Oh, pick 30, as I always tell you guys, is easily the worst pick you could have because you didn't even make the Super Bowl. At least make the Super Bowl so you're there. So, unless you're the Vikings, and you probably don't want to make another one unless, you know, if you lose, probably worse than 30. Probably. Let's move to 20. The Raiders have a need at wide receiver, and that's the one filled. I think that's fair. 10 picks from 30 to 20 isn't going to cost you that much. And I think that's who we're going to take. I mean, there's really not much better that we can get. So, Demetrius Roland, hopefully a decent DT. Yikes, normal development trade. We're supposed to take him 30, ironically. He's kind of a do-it-all type. He's not as bad as the game's kind of making him out to be, honestly. Russell Cohen is easily the best available. Another normal development. This guy was supposed to go 24th overall, though. He's decent, but he can't replace Charles because his development is just as bad, if not worse. And obviously, he's starting off worse anyways. So, the draft recap, I mean, I don't think there was... I mean, this is a bad first round in general, and we obviously traded a lot of our picks for last year draft picks. Ishmael, is this the guy? Who? No, it's not the guy. He's still really good, though. I want to see that really speedy cornerback. Here's Glaude. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't take him. Super good player. Stills. That sucks. Okay, so I saw this guy, and obviously with that speed, I was like, I don't think so. But obviously at 21 years of age in Superstar Development Trade, 6'1", 218 pounds, you can maybe even make him a linebacker if you wanted to. What's his block shed? 80 block shed. I think they may have intended him to be a user linebacker. So that is a bit of the triggering. Yeah, didn't have him. Like I had him on the board. I didn't have him as a guy I was going to take. So even if we could have gotten up there, I'm not going to lie, we definitely wouldn't have taken him. So just saying, definitely would have been a miss regardless. But I guess technically we wouldn't have had the chance. Harris is actually kind of bad. Yeah, I think Cohen's going to start here. With how Harris is playing, I think Cohen's going to start. 86 overall team. Lamar Jackson's the backup. He's a 70 overall. He's making $4 million to be with us. He's very fast. Not very good, though. Of course, guys like Mike Williams with normal development, he still is easily our best receiver. Very good at receiving the ball. Kind of the whole point. Really good at catching is what I meant to say. Defense, obviously still the strong point. We really haven't upgraded much, though. Cohen, once again, will start. If he has a better season out the gate, I don't know what to tell you, Charles. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. All right, so we go back to needing to re-sign players. Ooh, we got some names. We've got some names. The developments aren't nearly as good as before, but Minka Fitzpatrick will get a 7-year deal. I don't know how he ever hits free agency. Josh Rosen wants a 5-year, $127 million deal. He probably doesn't deserve this, but he has kind of led the team. I don't know what to I don't know what to think. Like, is he holding the team back? I don't know. Baker, money is actually becoming a bit of an issue. We do have a very expensive 80 overall backup and a decently expensive backup quarterback. So in fairness, you know, we cut those loose ends, we'd be fine, and we pretty much just re-signed all of the main expensive players that we needed to re-sign. Kicker, we'll find out. You know, he's had up and down seasons, so, you know, if he has a bad season here, we may let him go. We'll see. So we're headed to the playoffs. Once again, spoiler alert, having a pretty good season. And it continued. Oh, it was really good. It actually did even better. Was it better? Yeah, it was better. We were 7-2, and then we just didn't lose a game. So that's obviously an improvement. Todd Gurley's the MVP, but I would say Josh had to be close. Kind of. I mean, he's a better, one of his easily his best season for us, but he's getting better, I suppose. Kareem Hunt has been pretty much just, 1,200 yard back with like 8 touchdowns. Kel, what's his development? Star? Okay, I mean, fair enough. 9 touchdowns, 930 yards with a spread-style offense is actually pretty impressive. You look at this team, there's 4 receivers in the 800-plus category. Blocking has definitely improved a little bit. Pass rush, please tell me. New guy. Not really. 5.5 sacks. Howard with 5 picks. What's his development? Really? Normal? All right. Josh Rich, 95 overall. He's a quick. This is a pretty good team. Sanders, that's a contract. You earned yourself a contract, buddy. However, will it matter? Because this could be the last season. If we win a Super Bowl here, this is the last season. 14-2. We're at 92 overall. I don't see how we're going to get much better than this. Rosen should be a star. He is. He's looking pretty decent, actually. He's actually looking pretty good. So, I mean, this is a pretty good chance to at least advance back to the championship game. 79 overall Raiders. I mean, please, EA. Okay, if we lose this game, I'm ending the rebuild. Simply put. All right, so I don't know who gets, where and where's who. So right to left is us. And the Raiders are doing a lot better than they probably should. We're down by 6. As per usual, offense can do literally nothing. Hey, we actually put up some points. Apparently, we actually can do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mike Williams is our guy. All right, Mike? I've said it, so clearly you have to now earn it. Really not super open, but he holds on to a very important pass. Gonna go with simple verticals. Mike Williams is in a kind of a bad spot for his build. Gonna play it safe. And Rosen, I can see why we struggle to score. That should just not be a position you can't get the ball to, a player. Who is Smith? Like, it's a weird way to spell your name, buddy. And Gesicki is open. We floated it this time. Should have been easier. And we're going to let the AI finish this off. Yeah, come on, Rosen. You're too good to be playing like that. So we win. We move on to the championship game. Fair enough. Really disappointing. Derek Carr didn't do well either. Rosen hasn't gone to 100 passer rating in the playoffs yet. And he's had a couple of games. He's had about 3 games under his belt, I would assume. Maybe, I'd say 3. 3 games. Their kicker missed. Ours didn't. Obviously, they had 3 out of 4. We had 1 out of 1. So, if he had to kick 4, who knows? Here we are in the championship. Probably the Browns again, right? No, the 9-7 Chargers. We beat them before. And we're better overall. They haven't improved much. They improved 2. We improved 7 since the last game. It's offense. It's just so bad. It just struggles so much. And that's a fumble recovery. I had no idea that was going to happen. However, you could see here, we're going to choke it anyways. And we've just officially lost the game. Nice. Well, we will be doing one final season, as there's not much more we can do at this point. Our cap situation is probably in the 10 to 20 mil range. Josh Rosen finally went over 100 passer rating, but it was too late because Kareem Hunt sucked. And that's all I could really say about that one. Mike Williams played his former team. Jerry Tillery, who is like a 77 overall, put up 5 sacks. And of course, that, you know what? That's enough to not re-sign him. Honestly, that's enough to not re-sign him. Let me take a look at how long of a kick it was. It might have been like a really desperate attempt of 60 plus. If it was anything 55 or less, he's not joining the team back. Up to 40. Okay, yeah. See you later, mate. Chargers probably going to win another one. And they do, it seems. So looking at the negotiations, do we have anyone to re-sign? Lamar, no. Jason, obviously not. I'm not seeing any names. See you later, everybody else. So you have 23 mil to work with. We can make like 1 or 2 decently big name signings, but you can see here, ooh, we've actually been struggling on the D-line. Did we just go out and take Marcus Davenport off the list here and just add him to the team? I mean, there's not really a whole lot more we can do in free agency, and this is basically the final season. I think Davenport's probably worth going for. Quick development. He's pretty damn good, so we'll take a stab at him, see who we can replace. Rejected. I love this game. 100 points more, 100 points, 10 points more, couldn't get him. Actually, no, Goodson's good. Yeah, we don't even need a pass rusher. Apparently, Cohen and Goodson are actually pretty solid. In the draft, I suppose we can go with a new safety or DT. I don't understand how Von Bell's doing so well. His development's only quick now, but he's actually killed it. He's actually straight up killed the DBs in general. Maybe we have the sliders too high. Offensive line, the right side is looking good. Once again, Prince never really got there. Dieter definitely didn't get there because he never even got replaced. He was starting every single season, which is really disappointing. I mean, that's my worst nightmare in these rebuilds, is to get the worst pick several times in a row. It's literally the worst pick you can get. I mean, at least make the Super Bowl. Come on, Miami. You've got one in you. You've got one. You know, you're really disappointing the fan base here. And most importantly, you're disappointing me. So it might be a little late, and there probably was already some guys taken. I honestly didn't even know we were in the draft at this point. But this is the best lineman class I've ever seen. So Dennard Berry, late second, is our new tackle. 81, I don't know if he's a new tackle, but he's a new guy on our team. Very good. Very good player. Top 5 player, draftable player there. So we ended up trading for this Jacobs guy. We trade Godshaw, who's only 3 years older. A 3rd and a 2nd round for Jacobs, like we said. I think it's a good trade. There was really nothing here, and we get a very good DT to improve one of our worst positions on the team, if not the worst position at this point. Take a random lineman here. Power left tackle. Not bad, actually, but once again, not a guy that's going to have much of a chance on this team. So I'm interested in the DT. Briggs, 80 overall, quick development. Once again, a guy that's good, but you're going to have to work him up. So, I'm not really worried about the linemen, but you can see just looking at some of them, this could very well have been the best lineman class, like we said. I mean, it's up there. Number 1 overall was a left tackle who was very good as well. I mean, even without the development, he's insane. We have Babbers, right tackle, quick development, super strong, 95 strength. That must have been the 42 reps. And Doris was the center we were going to go with. And, yeah, that's unfortunate. Here's Gallen. Tight end. Ooh, normal development. He's a big guy, but that is rough. This was an insane class for a lineman. Very good. But hey, we have our final season among us, and I'm excited but also worried that we're going to get completely cucked by EA. I feel like we should have easily been one of the NFC, or the AFC I saw Rosen thought Cardinals. The AFC representative in a Super Bowl. One of them. One of them. But apparently, according to EA, we're not. And Barry is also going to replace Dieter because I'm sick of his crap. Well, I mean, we're already ready. We just got to sign a backup quarterback, and we're good to go. Shane Ray has been on the team for a while. How many years did we sign him to? He's been on the team since year 1, I think. I don't even know, but he's been on the team for a while. It's a pretty good team. I think we're definitely good enough, once again, to make a Super Bowl. Can we at least make one? I don't even care if we win at this point. I just want to make one. So we have some re-signings. I don't know if we can afford this team. It's a close one. It's going to be a closer. So, of course, there's certain guys you just have to re-sign. These defenders. Okay, the cap hit's not actually that bad for some of these guys. If they actually fix contracts for next Madden, it's going to be really hard to do these rebuilds because we're going to lose so many players. It's going to be really brutal, but I don't know. I kind of feel like that's the way the game's going. Franklin Jacobs is a ridiculously cheap contract. Honestly, I never even looked at what his talents were. I just saw he was young enough, and we took him. How good is he? He's pretty good. He's obviously got some work to work on. I don't know if that's even words. Goodson, pretty cheap pass rusher. Yeah, we're running low on money, but I think we have just enough to get the job done and still have a little bit to work with for free agency. Clayton Christian, of course, same year as Goodson, but we didn't start him. Kelsey probably will retire. Not that it really matters to us. Well, here we go. Final season. Are we even going to make the playoffs? That's the question. Will we even have a final chance at the Super Bowl? And we, of course we do. 11-5. Daniel Jones MVP again. No surprise to me. He's been very good in almost any time I've seen him. Josh Rosen, pretty average stuff for him. Normal, normal stuff. Will Monk, 10 touchdowns, quick development trade. I mean, he's a decent player. He developed into a worthwhile addition. Mike Williams got up to quick. Kell, he definitely dropped. Yeah, he's quick development. Defensively, Goodson earning that contract big time, buddy. Cohen, not a bad season himself. Star development for Goodson. Nice stuff. I mean, definitely finally showing up. Pass rush looking good. Fitzpatrick is a 99 overall. Did he drop in development? How? I don't know what his goals are, but that's brutal. Aaron Larson, the new kicker, 17 for 18. Good stuff, my dude. Steelers are obviously very irrelevant at this point. 82 overall. Sorry if my mic was sideways. I didn't even notice it moved to the other stratosphere. I don't even know what stratosphere means. And we have a huge passing touchdown. They get a touchdown themselves. They're an 82 overall, EA. Please fix your simulation. Because I don't care. Sunday. No. I know this is coming up on a Sunday, but it's not any given Sunday. Are you for real? Okay. Things are changing drastically here in the fourth quarter, I must say. We are going to choke the game away, though. Can't really say choke because the team... No, I know your game, EA. You're going to drain that clock to 0. Kareem Hunt, give me a block since nobody else wants to. Oh, my God. What an unleashment of the ball. And Monk is down to the 9-yard line. The safeties have no chance. I can see that, in fairness, the reason why we're getting open there is because they're bringing pressure, which makes no sense when you have a burner like Monk. But that's just the way it is, and we're down to the 9. I will interfere all the way. I don't care. Touchdown. Boom. Suck that, Pittsburgh. I almost called them Philadelphia. I don't know why would it call them Philadelphia. It says Pitt. Let's be honest. We pretty much, doubled Rosen's numbers probably for that game with that one. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Rosen had a very good game without our help, but obviously we solidified it. Kareem Hunt has been really bad in the postseason. Will Monk, before that drive, he had a 99-yard touchdown in that game. What a freak. Amazing stuff. Love it. Good pass rush. Can't be mad with it. And, not a dominating win, but a good offensive game. We get to play the Divisional versus the Texans, a team we haven't seen in a little while, and they're a bad overall as well. I think at this point, 4 or 5 years down the line, most teams have lost all their original talent, and they haven't replaced them with young guys. So we should easily be the best team in the league right now. There may be 1 or 2 other teams even close to us, but probably pretty rare. We're doing pretty well on offense. Can't admit, can't lie. I almost said can't admit, which would just make absolutely no sense. But what else? What else would you expect from me and my late night ramblings? For you, it's not late, but for me, it's always late. The recordings are always late. And the game, just like that, I was explaining how stupid I am, and the game went just like that. So, you're welcome for that distraction. Rosen, very good playoff performances so far. Over 100 passer rating in both of the games. And here we are back to what might be our 3rd straight championship game. I can't wait till we lose in another disappointing fashion. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. Who are you guys? I don't know. McBean. Interesting last name there. Championship versus, please be like the Raiders. I don't know, the Browns. Okay, did we lose to the Raiders, actually? See, like I said, there's only a few teams close to us, and the Browns are probably the closest, I would assume, at a 92 overall. The Browns are always a really good team for a long time. Denzel Ward's pretty good. Minka's very good as well. Had a better overall season, so, there's something. Have ourselves a snow game. Interesting. Rosen usually doesn't do well in general, so can't wait to see what Snow Rosen, interesting, can do. Halftime 3-0. Doesn't really shock me too much with our team. Hey, we got 3 points ourselves. Okay, we're going to have to slow this down because things are not looking so great. Defense does a great job. I mean, there's not really much more the defense can do. The offense is getting absolutely hammered. Defense on 3rd and 11, give up exactly 12, which could be the game. No, it is not. The offense has one final chance, and we are taking this team. Watch the clock. Just watch the clock. Boosh. I couldn't waste the 2 timeouts. I had to keep one, just in case we took a sack right at the gate. I don't know why the clock would be on chew. Don't catch this. Thank you. That's a pretty good throw. Damn it, Monk. That was a really good throw, all things considered. All right, guys. Somebody's got to get open here. Please, somebody get open. Oh, are you serious? A flag? So it's going to be a holding to reset the play that we just got barely. Screw it. Going to go back to it. 2 timeouts left. We have to make something happen. I don't know who Smithson is. I'm just hoping he's really fast because he's going to go deep, which is really bad because this is like, that's like the one hot route I have. And we're in some trouble here, and their pressure crushes us, but more importantly, our offensive line crushed us. And I normally would cheat, but we're not going to. I mean, cheat as in the sentence. 9-3, by the way, to go to the Super Bowl. Probably the worst score of all time. Rosen was god-awful. Hunt has been just terrible in the postseason in general. Myles Garrett has absolutely crushed this team. 5.5 sacks one game, 4 in this one. I mean, that's ridiculous numbers. No Super Bowl trip, several championship trips. Super disappointing for the Dolphins. Really sucks. But, I mean, we turned the team around from what? We started with a 68 overall roster, maybe 69, and here we are with a 96 overall roster, and we pretty much re-signed everyone. So going to the Super Bowl, the lag's starting to kick in because my Xbox is probably like, no more Madden, please. Let's call it quits for the day. Do it another day. The Browns do win a Super Bowl. I don't know how many they've had. 96 overall. We at least had enough for us for another season or two. I think we put it in a really good spot, and EA Sim just didn't want to help us. So that's the best we're going to do. EA Sim is just really, really unfortunate. Let's take a look at some of the names here. We got LaMarcus Tanner, who's pretty damn good. He started with 87 zone coverage. He's a 91 zone coverage guy now. Baker, probably development, yeah, normal dev. A lot of guys in normal development. Coverage never really got up there, but he's pretty damn fast, obviously. Let's take a look at Goodson. He had that breakout season just recently. Very solid. What about Cohen? He's been pretty average, so I don't really... Superstar development. How is that even possible? Was it this season? How old is he? Maybe it was a season, and maybe it was the 9.5, or was that this season? That actually was this season. 9.5 maybe is actually pretty worthy. I don't know. Jacobs, normal development. He never developed up. We just had him anyways. So let's take a look at Minkah Fitzpatrick and whatever the other guy's name is. I forgot his name already. His name is Josh something, right? Josh Rich? Josh Rich, normal development. He was worth it. Man coverage never got there, but that's fine. Receivers, let's take a look at Monk. Quick development, pretty damn fast. Decent of a player, I suppose. Vidal Kale, or Kel, very good at catching, not super fast. Can't believe the offensive lineman held. Rosen, superstar development trait. Really came on strong as of late, but it wasn't enough. Vance with star development and 99 overall. Hudson, star development, right? Yeah, star run. I pretty much let the AI just work on those guys. Tunsil may have regressed, but he was never really a high overall anyway. So that's about that. You know, Gesicki, let's take a look at him. He never developed much either. 27 years old, only 86. With all that potential is disappointing. But anyways, I mean, that's going to be the rebuild. If you did enjoy it, please like the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for a rebuild that you want to see, you leave it in the comments section. Maybe we rebuild the new Browns. I don't think we did that, did we? I don't think we did that, but if we do, it's going to be very quick. Whether it's realistic or fantasy, whatever it is, going to get smoked super quick, easy, several Super Bowls. And if we don't, I don't know what to tell you. Sim just doesn't like me then. But anyways, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!